Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Trustees for the Village of Woodridge. On this Thursday, May 18th, 2023, we call the meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. and ask our deputy clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Present.
Trustee Blair,
Present.
Trustee Kagan,
Present.
Trustee Angeles,
Present.
Trustee Krusek,
Present.
Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
Quorum is established.
Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for being here this evening. Please join us in a moment of silence and in dedicating our meeting this evening in the memory and in honor of Mr. Rudy Nekovar. Rudy is the father of Curtis Nekovar, one of our Board of Police Commissioners, and we had the pleasure of meeting him way back when Curtis was sworn in. And Curtis has many, many wonderful memories of that evening here. However, some of the things that I learned about Rudy was that he was known as quite a talented musician and a singer, but also very talented in many, many other ways. Fondly, he is referred to as the original wedding singer. And you think of the movie with Adam Sandler, he was the original. And I wanted to just share a little bit about Rudy and his life and his dedication and service. But he also was a florist, a wedding coordinator, but truly had the gift of music in his spirit and his soul. And he was a friend to all. So we acknowledge Rudy and his life and want to give our condolences to his family. Curtis is here this evening with his mom and wife. And it's our honor to have you here. And it truly is an honor to dedicate our meeting in Rudy's name this evening. Absolutely. Also, if we could please keep the family of Liam, his friends and neighbors in our thoughts and prayers as well. And we send our deepest sympathy, thoughts and prayers to the family, friends of both Rudy and Liam. Take a moment of silence, please. And now if you would join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have many commissioners here this evening, so I'm going to ask our commissioners if they would, along with our guests, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Under special awards and presentations and recognitions this evening, we are pleased to have several special recognitions. And first, we're going to have the reading of 3 proclamations. The first one is a proclamation for National Public Works Week. And Trustee Martinez, I believe you have that proclamation. If you would please, thank you.
Whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, and whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as water, sewers, streets and highways, public buildings, fleet maintenance, solid waste collection, and snow removal. And whereas the health, safety, and comfort of this community greatly depend on the facilities and services, and whereas the efficiency and the qualified and dedicated personnel who staff public works departments is materially influenced by the people's attitude and understanding of the importance of the work they perform, and whereas this year's National Public Works theme is Connecting the World Through Public Works. Now therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties of Illinois, do hereby proclaim the week of May 21st through May 27th, 2023 as National Public Works Week in the Village of Woodridge and I call upon all citizens and civil organizations to recognize the contributions which public works officials make every day to our health, safety, comfort, and quality of life.
Thank you very much, Trustee Martinez. And Director Bethel, we did put over at your seat there the actual proclamation for you to share with our Public Works team. We thank you very much for all the dedicated service and outstanding service throughout our village. So thank you very much and congratulations. Next, we do have a proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month. And Trustee Blair, if you would please.
Whereas Mental Health Awareness Month has been observed in the United States since 1949, and whereas millions of Americans face the reality of living with a mental health condition, and whereas the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness, NAMI, is launching the More Than Enough campaign to uplift and empower all people to feel that they are more than enough and inherently worthy of life, love, and healing. And whereas NAMI's message is one of hope and inclusion, no matter what one may look like, no matter where one is in their journey, no matter what one is or isn't able to do. And whereas each business, school, government agency, healthcare provider, organization, and citizen shares the burden of mental health problems and has a responsibility to promote mental health wellness and support prevention. And whereas assistance and support is available through DuPage County Crisis Line and Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Now therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, does hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Mental Health Awareness Month.
Thank you very much, Trustee Blair. And our last proclamation for this evening is the Older Americans Month. And Trustee Antalise, please.
Whereas Village of Woodridge includes a growing number of older Americans who have built resilience and strength over their lives through successes and difficulties. And whereas Village of Woodridge benefits when people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds are included and encouraged to share their successes and stories of resilience. And whereas Village of Woodridge recognizes our need to nurture ourselves, reinforce our strength, and continue to thrive in times of both joy and difficulty. And whereas Village of Woodridge can foster communities of strength by creating opportunities to share stories and learn from each other, engaging older adults through education, recreation, and service, and encouraging people of all ages to celebrate connections and resilience. Now therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Older Americans Month in the Village of Woodridge and urge every resident to recognize older adults and the people who support them as essential contributors to the strength of our community.
Thank you very much, Trustee Annalise. Next, we are going to recognize reappointments of our chairpersons and members of our advisory commissions and committees. These are very important commissions that serve our village and our neighbors. And tonight we are able to have several of the members here, but I'm going to read the names and then I'm going to ask for a motion and a second. And we'll take it from there on the voting, but this would be the commissions as follows. Reappointment of Joe Presbiorka, Plan Commission for the term of May 1st, 2023 through April 30th, 2026. Reappointment of Jeff Cortez, Plan Commission for the term of 5/1/23 through 4/30/26. And reappointment of Jennifer Schneid, the Police Pension Board for the term of May 1st, 2023 through 4/30/2025. The chairpersons, reappointment of Bob Martin, Chairperson of the Board of Police Commissioners for the term of May 1st, 23 through 4/30/24. Also, the reappointments of Joe Presbiorka and Deborah Kanunin, co-chairpersons of the Plan Commission for the term of May 1st, 23 through April 30th, 2024. Now I'm going to ask if we could please have a motion to approve the list of reappointments.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Blair. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, going to please ask all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Going to ask our deputy clerk to assist with the swearing in at the podium. So I know that Joe is here, Debbie is here, and Jennifer. Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. Okay, good. If you'll join us up at the podium, that would be great. We'll have you sworn in this evening. Everyone else will make appointments to be sworn in separately. But we're very honored to have you here this evening. Thank you. Okay. And this is Jennifer from our Police Pension Board.
So if you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Jennifer Schneid,
having been reappointed to
having been reappointed to
the office of Police Pension Board Member,
the office of Police Pension Board Member
the Village of Woodridge,
in the Village of Woodridge,
the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook, aforesaid,
do solemnly swear or affirm that
do solemnly swear or affirm that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Police Pension Board Member
of Police Pension Board Member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your service and your dedication. We truly appreciate on behalf of the entire village board, the Village of Woodridge, and all of our neighbors. Thank you so much for your dedicated service, Jennifer.
You can just. Here.
Okay.
All the rest for you. You can please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Deborah Handel Kanunin, having been reappointed
Office of Co-Chairperson of the Plan Commission,
to the office of Co-Chairperson of the Plan Commission in the Village of Woodridge,
Will, and Cook,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
said,
aforesaid,
solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
co-chairperson of the plan
the duties of Co-Chairperson of the Plan Commission
to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Thank you so much, Debbie, really for your ongoing service and dedication and commitment and serving as co-chair of the Plan Commission. We appreciate it on behalf of all of us. Thank you so much.
Where do I sign here? Thank you.
And Joe, you have two things tonight. So one is your actual term as a Plan Commissioner, but also as the Chair of the Plan Commission.
two oaths for you. I'm gonna ask them to read both of them, or if I could just. So if you could raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Joe Presbyorka,
Appointed
having been reappointed
office of Plan Commissioner
to the office of Plan Commissioner
in the Village of Woodridge.
in the village of Woodridge,
Will and Cook
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
aforesaid
aforesaid,
solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
Plan Commissioner
the duties of Plan Commissioner
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Yes.
Okay.
Second one.
All right.
Thank you. Raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Joe Presbyorka, having been reappointed
Office of Co-Chairperson of the Plan Commission
to the office of Co-Chairperson of the Plan Commission
of Woodridge,
in the village of Woodridge,
Will and Cook,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook, aforesaid,
solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
co-chairperson
the duties of co-chairperson
of the Plan
of the Plan Commission
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again and congratulations.
Thank
Each
you.
of you, thank you again for your service and dedication. We appreciate it very much. And thank you for being here. Thanks.
Thanks.
And next, we have a special introduction and oath of office for one of our newest colleagues here at the village. And Administrator Stonich will make our introduction to John Harrington, Director of our Finance Department.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham, members of the board. Good evening. It is my pleasure to call up to the podium here, Mr. John Harrington, and introduce to you your new Director of Finance. Allow me to provide a little background and introduction of John. As you'll note, when you quickly review John's resume, he brings to the table a really impressive background with over 31 years of experience in the finance and accounting profession in both the public and private sector. And that really was one of many things that stood out in the selection process for John. John's a CPA, comes to us by way of the village of Minooka, where he served over 16 years as their finance director and village treasurer. Prior to serving Minooka, John worked as the controller at the Housing Authority of Cook County, where he directed and supervised various staff responsible for the daily operations in the accounting department and also the public housing programs. Prior to Cook County, John had 8 years of experience with various public accounting firms. In his role as finance director, John will oversee the village's $80.7 million operating budget, which will include, among many other duties, annual audits, handling our investments, collection of revenues, purchasing policy and procedures, accounts payable and receivables, payroll, and utility billing. Importantly, he'll also lead and mentor a team of talented professionals who we have in the finance department, and we look forward to his leadership. Also, I have little doubt that John will continue the village's tradition of strong financial management, right? Which includes our strong credit ratings, multiple awards from leading industry financial reporting agencies. And to that end, while I have no idea if John is a big horse racing fan, he assured me that he is a big, huge fan of Triple Crown Awards. And so we are a Triple Crown Award winner through the GFOA, and he is going to continue that rich tradition. little additional background of John. Currently lives in Tinley Park with his family, his 3 children, and 2, I believe, successful sons are off the payroll, as you stated. And you have 1 daughter in high school who is on the payroll still, right? Okay. All right. Also a very talented young lady. John's spouse, Tracy, is here this evening and joined us. Thank you for joining us. And she too is in the public service, and we thank her, working as a senior executive with the Chicago Federal Reserve. So glad to have you here this evening, Tracy. And thank you for sharing John with us. So John is a member of the AICPA and also a CPA Society. He is a president of the State Illinois Government Finance Officers Association, is a board member with the Illinois Metropolitan Investment Fund, IMET, that many of you may recognize because we are an investor in that fund and an active member. In his free time, he enjoys volunteering with the Rainbow Council Boys Scouts of America, serves on their executive board. He grew up in St. Charles and earned his bachelor's degree right down the road at the North Central College in Naperville. It was evident, I will say, in the interviews and talking with various references for John, that he is a highly, highly motivated finance professional, great integrity and passionate about public service. That really came out very clearly. And his enjoyment and leading others to share success was something that really impressed me. He comes with a stellar reputation, needless to say. And we are so thrilled to have him here. And I have every reason to believe that he is going to be an outstanding financial advisor for you, Mayor, and you, Board. And so what we do now is we're going to go to your oath of office, John, before we turn the mic over to you.
Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, John Harrington,
having been appointed
to the office of Finance Director
in the Village of Woodridge,
in the Village of Woodridge,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook,
in the counties of DuPage, Will, and Cook, aforesaid,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Finance Director
the duties of Finance Director
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Thank you.
So Mayor and Board, it's my pleasure to introduce to you John Harrington, and I'll allow him to say a few words.
Good evening. I'd just like to say thank you to the mayor and the trustees for giving me this opportunity. I've known about the Village of Woodridge through your staff for at least a decade, working with your former finance director and Linda Dalton and Darren and Tracy have been phenomenal this week, kind of getting me up to speed. There's a lot to learn and a lot to do, and they've done just a wonderful job of making me feel at home and getting everything lined up. These staff, department heads, everyone I've dealt with this week has been fantastic. And Al, of course, gave me the Woodridge tour, which was, 2.5 hours of fun on Thursday afternoon. So really looking forward to my position here and getting things started. If anyone ever needs anything or has questions, my door's always open. And thanks again for the opportunity.
Well, John, on behalf of all of us, the village board, myself, the Village of Woodridge, all of our neighbors throughout our community, a warmest Woodridge welcome to you and your wife. Thank you so much for being here as well. We look forward to continuing in excellence GFOA style and public service. We're very excited to have you here, part of the team, and we thank you for choosing Woodridge to be your home.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Again, congratulations. We now move to the portion of the meeting comments from our public. Going to pause just to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda. Administrator Stonich?
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. We have several here this evening that I'll read off. First one from Brian Cottrell regarding the opposition to the warehouse development on Lamont Road. Secondly, public comment regarding the Lamont Road proposed trucking warehouse. Sandy Phillips. Proposed warehouse on Lamont Road, public comment from Brissa Guzman. Another regarding the proposed warehouse project from Nancy Clanton. An additional public comment also opposed to the warehouse on Lamont Road is from Nicole Petrell again. Warehouse comment from Kathy Barkowskis. Alex Frederick, also a comment regarding the warehouse proposed development. Kristen Kennedy, public comment regarding the proposed warehouse on Lamont Road. And lastly, Anthony and Jane Aducci also providing a public comment regarding their position on the Lamont Road warehouse proposal. The village board has received copies of all these public comments. They will be entered into the public record. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Administrator Stonich. Now going to ask if there's anyone in our audience that would like to address the village board this evening on items that are not related to our agenda. If you would like to make a comment, you can just come right to the podium. Okay, seeing no one, will go ahead and move on to comments that are related to our agenda this evening. Going to pause and acknowledge any written public comments that we've received prior to our meeting that do appear on tonight's agenda. Administrator Stonich?
Mayor, we have not received any written comments.
Thank you very much. Going to now offer any of our public here this evening that would like to make a comment on any item that is related to our agenda to please come right up to the podium. Okay, seeing no one, we will go ahead and move right on to tonight's omnibus agenda. Again, we thank you all very much for being here. Going to ask for a motion to approve items A through D and acceptance of items E through I. A motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. A second.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. Is there a request for any item to be separately considered this evening? Hearing none, if I could ask our administrator, please, to review the items on our omnibus for us.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. Members of the board, good evening. Item A, Resolution 2023-35, resolution approving the purchase of bulk rock salt through a DuPage County joint purchase agreement to the vendor Compass Minerals America, Inc. Item B, Resolution 2023-38, a joint bid by Lombard, request for bid number 2023-101 for the 2023 asphalt patching, awarding a contract between R.W. Duntman Company and the Village of Woodridge for the annual asphalt patching of village streets program. Item C, Resolution 2023-36, a resolution approving the waiver of fees for the Village of Woodridge, the Jubilee fireworks display. Item D, Resolution 2023-37, resolution approving the waiver of fees for the 4th of July fireworks display. Item E are previous accounts payable registers for the dates of March 10th, March 17th, 24th, and 31st, 2023, April 7th, April 14th, 21st, 28th of 2023, and also May 5th, 2023, in addition to the credit card register for January 2023. Items F, G, H, and I are previous board minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If our deputy clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Angeles,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Mayor Cunningham.
Aye. Should not be, but. Under presentation of communications, I do have a few items this evening. Summer reading at the library begins on the 3rd of June. You can find information right out on the Woodridge Public Library's website, but it's for all ages. It is an exciting summer reading program. And it does, like I said, kick off on June 3rd from noon until 2 p.m. They do have a special kickoff party, and you can find out more information about this fun party. I know that they have face painting, games, movies, crafts, and much, much more. Brush drop-off program, a friendly reminder that residents who are looking to drop off brush can take advantage of the Woodridge brush drop-off site through October. The brush drop-off site is located just west of Woodridge Drive and is open from 9 until noon on the second Saturday of each month. The price is $5 for the first carload, $3 for same car returning the same day, and $10 per pickup truck, van, or trailer. The village site does not require bundling of any type, but There are some restrictions, but you can find information on our website as well. The VFW Post 1578 Memorial Day Parade and Service. The Woodridge VFW Post 1578 and the Lyle Woodridge Fire Department are hosting their annual Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 29th, beginning at 9 a.m. The VFW is inviting all veterans regarding a branch of service, age, or duty to join and please march along. If you are wanting to march and participate in the march and the parade, they're asking that you please meet at Fire Station 2, that's Lyle Woodridge Fire Station 2, located at 75th Street and Woodridge Drive at 8:30 a.m. The parade will proceed north to Woodridge Drive and then right over to Center Drive here and the Memorial Park, where the VFW will then have a Memorial Day service that is open to the public. It is a wonderful, wonderful remembrance and a great service that our veterans and our VFW bring to our community each year, and we're very grateful. That is my report this evening. Administrator Stone, it's your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. One item this evening, Resolution 2023-39. It's a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to execute an intergovernmental agreement between the Woodridge Park District and the Village of Woodridge. This is in relationship to the town center's 44 acres IGA. This will be a proposed Fourth Amendment. Purpose of this Fourth Amendment is to integrate and align control of the parties jointly owned town center property into the mission of the district, and but do so by conveyance of the village's full title and interest in the subject property to the park district, so that the district can commence the phased development of an outdoor community park.
Thank you very much. Now going to ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2023-39.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, if our deputy clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Present.
trustee Angeles,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. We do have the Park District here with us this evening. Good evening, and thank you for being here. Appreciate your attendance. As we have no further business to discuss, I do want to thank you for joining us this evening and staying connected to the Village of Woodridge. It's so important to all of us. I ask that you please take good care. And with no further business to discuss this evening, I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn our regular village board meeting. So a motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you. In a second. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion carries. It is 7:33 p.m.